Welcome back. Donald Trump's on the phone. Mr. Trump, can you hear us?
I can. Hi, Chris.
Good. Good to have you. A lot to get through this morning. There's a new CNN ORC poll. You are aware of it. Other than you're surprised that you don't have more than 32% of the vote, how do you explain these numbers? What do they mean to you?
Well, I think they mean that people are tired of politicians that make deals like the deal we just made with Iran, which is one of the worst negotiated transactions I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not just talking about deals between countries. I'm talking about any kind of a contract. It's one of the worst deals I've ever seen. It's the most one-sided, lopsided disgrace, and how it goes through is unbelievable, and we should not give the money. There are ways that we can get out of giving the money. I heard some legal maneuvers that they should play, because to give them $150 billion and they go around saying that Israel won't be here in 25 years and we're not going to deal with the United States after this great deal that we just made is signed, that we won't have anything to do with the United States. And by the way, the people that were negotiating that deal with us, other countries, they're going to benefit. You look at what they're doing. They're all over in Iran right now. They're going to be splitting up all the money and taking a lot of that money out that we're giving. So I think people are tired of that. They're tired of Sergeant Bergdahl, where we get Bergdahl a traitor and they get 5 killers that they've wanted for 10 years. They're tired of trade deals with China and with Japan, and they're tired. And they know that won't happen with me, and it's not going to happen with me.
But that winds up being the test.
We'll turn the tables completely.
That winds up being the test. Are you right that people are tired? Obviously, every poll you're in proves that. Not to say that you are a protest candidate, because in our recent poll, CNN poll says why they vote for you. 71% say they like your positions on issues, not because they just don't like everybody else. So you are right about what people say they want within the GOP and independent voters, as proved out in the most recent CNN poll. Now the next level of analysis is, can you deliver on what you say? Because what you say sounds good. The Iran deal is the worst deal of all time. A growing number of people who are studying the deal don't agree with you. The global community doesn't agree with you. Iran does not agree with you. They didn't want to give up their plutonium abilities. They didn't want to give up their timelines. They didn't want to have to reduce their stores the way they did, but they had to give up things to get what they wanted. Colin Powell, a man who I would think you respect, says, we have to do the Iran deal. There is no better alternative. They were on a super highway to getting a weapon. Sounds good to say the deal sucks. Sounds good to say you'll do better because you do deals. But can you deliver on that when, as you just said, the Ayatollah says he ain't talking to you anymore?
Okay, well, let me just tell you that in terms of the deal itself, just look at aspects of the deal. 24-day inspection period. Ridiculous. And by the way, before you get to the 24 days, Chris.
But you have none now.
Chris, let me finish talking.
Please,
okay?
go ahead.
You just went. I mean, what, are you making a statement or asking me a
No. Go ahead. I'm trying to give context to the situation.
24-day period. And before you get to the 24 days, the clock doesn't start ticking for a long time. It's a whole process. So, number one, in terms of inspections. Number two, they do their own inspections in certain very important cases. So they're going to self-inspect. Anybody that trusts Iran to self-inspect is not such a smart person. You look at the prisoners. Why didn't we get our prisoners back? A little thing very important, just the psychology of it. They kept 4 prisoners. Why wouldn't we get them back? You look at all of the different elements of this deal. Why are we giving them $150 billion? Then take a look at the fact they're fighting us in Yemen, right? They're fighting us all over the place. They're terrorizing everybody. They're going in and they're taking over Iraq. I hope you know that. I told you that was going to happen in 2003 when you were actually at another network doing very well. But I said that was going to happen in 2003. I said the worst thing you can do is go and attack Iraq, because you're going to destabilize the Middle East, because you had these 2 powerful cogs. They were almost the same. Well, we destroyed one of the cogs. Well, guess what? Iran and ISIS are getting the oil, and Iran is taking over Iraq. As you're sitting there right now, they're meeting, and with all the money we spent in the lives, $2 trillion, thousands of lives, and all the wounded warriors who I love all over the place, Iran is now taking over Iraq.
Well,
and the oil. By the way, Iraq has the 2nd largest oil reserves in the world. They're taking over Iraq, and they're taking over the oil. And what do we get out of it? And you know who one of the biggest beneficiaries of Iraqi oil is? China. China is getting the oil. And you know who the biggest beneficiary in, if you look at Afghanistan, which is very rich in minerals? China. We're on one side of a mountain fighting in Afghanistan. China's got its excavators on the other side of the mountain.
Mr. Trump, you make a very interesting point there.
So
you look at China.
That's why when people ask about, gee, I wonder Trump's poll numbers are skyrocketing. That's why. That's not going to happen if I'm running things, Chris.
But the question is, well, why won't it happen?
Like
China stays China. Russia stays Russia. India stays India. They all want to do business with Iran. They were not in favor of more sanctions. The same with many of your European
That's called
partners.
Leadership, Chris. If you would have
but
gotten
what does that mean, leadership? If they say we're not going to do it, what do you say?
You would have been able to make a real deal. I'm all for a deal, just so you understand, because I understand the power of nuclear. I had an uncle who was a professor at MIT. He fully understood. He used to tell me things that are incredible, and that was a long time ago. I'm all for a deal, but you got to make a good deal. You can't make a bad deal. And we were begging for this deal. We look like a bunch of beggars. We were begging for this deal.
You also say in an op-ed that many are celebrating as being very well-reasoned about the Iran deal, and there's some thoughtful items in that. People should read it. But you push very hard on the fact that I'd get those 4 people. As soon as I'm president, I'm getting back those 4 hostages. You must know that they are and were trying very hard to get the hostages back.
I don't believe they were trying very hard. I don't think it was.
Let's take them at their word, because we don't have any proof to the contrary.
Chris, when they asked Kerry about the hostages, he said we didn't want to discuss the hostages because we didn't want to complicate the negotiation. How ridiculous is that? But he made that statement. And Obama, to your friend over at CBS, made the same statement. He said we didn't want to complicate the negotiations. Now, what's the big deal? First of all, the first day, the first hour, the first minute, the first question should have been hostages. We want our hostages back.
But would you have scrapped the whole deal over that? Would you have scrapped the whole deal? Would you have left the table?
Oh, initially, absolutely, because that would have shown what happened. When you didn't get the hostages back, that set a bad table. You know, you call the deal is like setting a table. That set the table incorrectly. What you do is you go in and you could convince them. By the way, the right messenger would have said, hey, look, you don't need them, you don't want them, nobody cares about them over in Iran. Over here it would send a great signal. If we got our hostages back, I think you could probably end up making a deal.
I'm just saying we have every reason to believe from the people who are at the table that they said that.
You would have gotten the hostages back.
I'm saying everybody
said he didn't want to even talk about the hostages.
No, we know
because he didn't want to. He didn't want to complicate the negotiations.
I understand what you're saying, but I think it's a little different than that. I think that it was a topic of conversation. They didn't want to balance the entire deal on the hostages.
They didn't read the art of the deal. They never will. The Iranians are great negotiators. The Persians have always been great negotiators. They're laughing in Iran right now at how stupid we are.